All right, so you're looking at my jackfruit. I rinsed, or strained, rinsed, and now I'm gonna prepare it to marinate for about an hour. There is the purple sea moss. That's the jerk marinade. That's the curry season, a little salt. And the glaze looking at your sea is a little agave because I want like a sweet heat. I don't want it to like, I mean, I love heat, but I want a sweet jack curry. Anyway, I just know it's gonna come out right. Spirit told me to do it this way, and I fucks with Spirit. You heard? Okay, the jackfruit is marinating. I'm considering adding more jerk spice to it because I love some spice, no? Then I went ahead and cut up some zucchini, and I'm gonna make a marinade with the coconut aminos and smoked paprika. And then I'll put it in the bag for a while and let that marinate. And that's gonna dehydrate in a little while. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next. It's juicing time now. So while the other guys are marinating, I'm going to cut up half of this because I am going to chew into this. Some lemons and some ginger. And I'm going to splash some key lime in here a little, after. And then I mix my drinks with water. So stay tuned. I love juicing the watermelon. It is the only fruit that I know that cleans itself practically out of the juicer. Like there's no struggle. It pushes everybody out, even when it's soft and ripe. This drink is powerful. That ginger and lemon had my face twisting, but the watermelon and I added key lime helped balance it out. And the actual spring water. It tastes so freaking good. Look at this baby pine tree. Well, some of them are babies on here. Actually, a lot of them. I guess this is, new kids on the block taking a walk in my park. And all the big ones have transitioned and gone on to be ancestors. Respect to the cones on the ground that's going back to Mother Earth and making space for the new babies. Look at all of the colors. If you can see the pop of the colors out the tree. Can you see it? There's so much sun out here, which is a beautiful thing. But that's all of the little babies. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I'm smacking my lips. But it is sure dry. On that side, you can see it on the zook. I didn't bother to flip them. I'm okay. Spice up your life. I already ate some. See, I'm about to go and enjoy this. All right, I made some zucchini jackboats. Now, this jerk is nice and spicy and juicy, and the zucchini is juicy. I'm not adding anything else. No salt, no hot sauce. It is enough spice in here to spice up your life. You hear? Look at the details. It is day 22. Prioritizing whole foods is what I do. And I'm going to share with you some ideas on how I work it through. I know, I swear, another life, maybe this one. I mean, I am a poet. I just don't write as much. I just be off the whim. But this creativity in me, it comes out naturally. And I just be popping bars like popcorn. I'm going to stick to my day job right now. So prioritizing whole foods. I'm giving Cleopatra, coming at ya, Cleopatra. Are you old enough to know that song? Cleopatra. Listen, Queen of the Nile is here to serve and be of service to you while reflecting on me. Okay. this journey is really highlighting, again, my ebook without me even trying. Like, I was just like, look what day I'm just starting to talk about it, right? Unintentionally. I totally, like, this book is literally almost a year old. And Spirit was like, hey. And I was like, yeah. I was such a goofball. But no, I was just like that. I was just like, what's up? And they like, the ebook. You're doing it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, let me open my laptop and look at this. Let me look at my notes. Let me look at my written notes. What are you talking about? And then I was looking at the chapters of the book. Looked at the first one, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Okay, Spirit, I see where you was going. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. My goodness. You see, like, circle of life. Anyway, I was already doing the ebook before, which is why I was able to write it. But now here I am. Yawn, thank you for applauding me. But here I am once again. You know, it's so natural for me because sometimes people teach and people want to share stuff and enlighten, and then they don't even be living it. Like, they just do it for the gram, for whatever platform, to get money, and then they just go and live a whole nother life. So I'm not, that karma or whatever flows to them is to them, and I'm just sharing that to say it validates my point of Spirit just wringing the towel again for me, that I had already put in the water, wrung it out and hung it up, because I was like, all right, I wrote the book, you know, somebody grab it, a few people grab it, thank you. I can talk about it realistically because I went through it to write the book, but I'm literally doing it again. So tonight, we are talking about how I prioritize whole foods on this journey. And whole foods basically help you be mineral efficient. I always talk about people who are mineral deficient. Like, when you act up, you act out as an adult. You know, you see children act up and act out. It's literally the same difference. You just acting different. You know, you see them cry, you see them throw themselves out. That's because they didn't learn how to control themselves yet. You know, they're being taught. It's them expressing themselves with the best way they know. But we older folk don't have that much of an excuse. But then it, you know, wraps around into, this is why I don't like hats. Now I remember, but anyway, it's cute. I like supporting my local black folk. We don't really have an excuse. We stay focused on when we lash out. I just be like, oh, mineral deficiency is real, because it's live and direct right here. And then sometimes I'll be having to call myself out. So whole foods will help us be mineral efficient, okay? And yes, it is challenging. People always say, oh my God, oh, that's challenging. Okay. I'll be in the flow and just yawn, I appreciate you, yawn, but you gotta learn. We gotta work better. You know what? We're gonna practice, yawn, when we get off camera, how you know how to do it. You just playing right now, bruh. It is challenging, but what you can do, how I started, and how I sometimes do, but I mean, even how I'm doing right now with the whole plantain chip thing. You still eat what you want to eat. But prior to, right, let's say you are the biggest junkie in the world. Prior to having that junk, have the whole food, have the drink of water. Do all of that before you indulge in whatever non-whole food thing that you want. Okay? I'm not knocking your hustle. I want to invite some stuff to your hustle. Because I guarantee over time, you're not going to have space to even indulge in whatever it is that you want, unless you intentionally be like, nah, fuck it. I don't want that. I'm not eating that. I want to eat 3 bags of chips instead of having one whole sweet potato. You maybe have that moment when you want to do that. And that's your business. But I guarantee over time, if you follow through and do whole foods, and then if I have the space and capacity to deal with the junk that I want to have and indulge in, then I will have it. You will dim the light on that, and you won't have that much space. Even if you do still have it, you have a whole donut. After a while, you're gonna only be able to incorporate and have a half a donut. Okay, it's just applying yourself. This is what I'm doing right now, applying myself every day, because it is challenging at this level. Let me tell you, because if you are not creative, this wraps into the creativity, what I was just talking about initially when I started off talking about rap and just sharing art. You have to be creative with yourself, with what you consume too, so you can be efficient enough to do what you need to do and not deficient. Okay, we don't want insufficient. No, we don't want that. And on this journey, and I gotta flow through with my notes. On this journey, I want to remind you, because I don't necessarily even have this argument or debate with myself anymore. I initially did. It'll be sparingly because of what I allowed in my vortex to fuck with me. Mess with my head. And that's when I have the imbalance of, I don't want to do this. I just feel like it's just annoying me. But this is a reward for the body. It's a reward for me. It's not force per se, although I'm being pushed, pun intended, but in the positive way. Like, yes, Marisha, come on, girl, come on, we root for you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You got this, and the positive reinforcements. That's what's happening right now. Especially this, I feel like this is the last leg of the race. We are in the last 10, 11 days of the month. And this is where the most challenge. See, starting the race is not the problem. It's always ending a race. And then when I put caps on stuff, for me, it's more challenging. This is why I feel like I'm going to extend, which I've already been doing before April. It's just like, this is just concentrated. It's really intentional with just fruit and dehydrating and eating live things and live waters and juices and all that stuff. So it's really, really, really intentional, because I already prioritize whole foods. I'm just doing it a little bit more now. So there's no forcing in a negative way. It's not forcing. This is light, and this is how you got to talk to yourself to get through these things. You may not do 30 days. You may do 1. You may do 5. You may do 7. You may be encouraged to do 14. Whatever day you are doing, or days, do that and speak that into it, that it's a push of encouragement. Okay, these earrings are dabbling like CDs. You know what a CD is? You know what a record is? I hope you're old enough to know that. If not, it's cool. So I just want to share some meal ideas on a reflection, a little bit of what I would do on how I would consume foods. This is what I'm doing right now. And now you can do this even if you're eating cooked foods, even if you are, again, eating cray-cray, you can do this. So the meal ideas are the flow of how my day would go. Initially, I wake up, have some water, some tea, some herbal teas that would help with whatever I want to focus on, whatever organ I want to focus on. Room temperature water. So now season is changing. The water is not cold. It is room temperature, which is kind of like warmish. It's on the warmer side. Now, I love having juice. I love having juice, fresh juice. Like I just made watermelon, lemon, ginger juice, and I splashed some key lime in it, and I also put some water in it, and it's pretty like tangy. So what I've been doing also is adding some of my soursop juice, just a little bit. But the key lime already is cutting it. I don't know how to explain it, but the key lime is cutting the lemon. It's giving a nice, the lemon is going zing, and the key lime is going zang. Okay? But it's, with the water, it still tastes good because the ginger is already like, booyaka, booyaka, boop, boop, boop. Okay? So I have juice. Now, there'd be random days that I would have a smoothie. Your smoothie could be, I don't mix veggies and fruits. So I would just do, again, I'm drinking the stuff that is going to help with my body along with keeping me fueled. So I love dark cherries. I like berries. I put sea moss. I do water-based. I don't do no milk. If I need a sweetener, I'm adding agave, maybe some maple syrup. I like Ceylon cinnamon. Sometimes I just do cherries by itself. If I want to have, when I get frozen fruit, right? Let's say you get some fruit, you can't find frozen, it's just the fruit by itself. Like it says cherries and it says citric acid and it says blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't get that. Just get something that says the fruit and that's it, right? If you can't find frozen fruit that's just the way it is, buy some and then freeze it. But it doesn't have to be like cherries, obviously, because that's on a... We know how it is here in America with prices. You ain't going to find stuff, blah, blah, blah. You could do whatever fruit you want. Pineapples, cut it up, freeze it. Okay? That's meal idea number one. Moving along. Now, this is where I will break my liquid fast and start chewing. I like to have fruit. I am big on fruit combinations. But if you are new to this, if you're new to this, try your best with fruit combos. But my type of combo is either apples and grapes. I'll have pineapples and kiwis. Or this is how I rotate these fruits, these partners and pairs. Or I would do some type of melon, water, honey, cantaloupe. Oh, and papaya. Papaya, and I squeeze key lime. So I rotate all of those guys right then and there. I give me some grapes and apples. Bam. Pineapple and kiwi. I'm having that tomorrow. Yes, I'm having that tomorrow. But fruit. Okay, that's meal idea number 2. Meal idea number 3 is a green salad. And you could top it with whatever you like. So you've seen videos of my salads that I top. Of course, where I'm at is probably not where you are. And maybe you don't like your salads that busy. And that's okay. But you can put your... I don't do dairy. I don't do any animals. You know that. So if you're doing any dairy or animals, I would definitely measure the food. Simply because that's like higher in just everything. Okay. But if you want like a meat alternative, mushrooms are really good. You could season them, chop them up, slice them up, make them look the way you want. If you want to make them look like meat, you can. And let's say even if you may want to fry them, okay? So that's an option too. But having your salad base with that is a good option. And that is something that I would normally do, okay? Now that's normally how much I would eat in a day. So if I have anything outside of that, it's pumpkin seeds before that or after. Or I'll have more like another fruit drink. Now, because I know that you may be transitioning and you could be like, damn, that's not enough for me. I'm gonna go crazy if I don't eat again type energy. And I would suggest if you like zucchini or like eggplant, you could cut those guys in half, bake them or pan sear them, um, and get real creative with that. And then have your base of like quinoa with kale, and you can make a hemp sauce, a tahini sauce. Tahini is just sesame seeds. Um, you could get like some type of balsamic vinaigrette, whatever, something, and you can put on your salad too that I previously mentioned. So I just want to wrap it up and say, let me just make sure I said everything. Yeah, so before I move on, in regards to the meal ideas, what you would do is just write down, and this is how I food shop. Although I do not need it, I still like to have stuff on deck because parasites like to play. Even when I'm on a budget, no. I like to make sure that I'm getting what I need to get first before I even say I'm gonna get anything else. Write out your favorite fruits and veggies, right? You don't have to get everybody at all the same time, right? Rotate it. So this week I'm doing apples and grapes, right? I mean, not me, literally. But okay, so this week I did the watermelon. I juiced that. I have a little bit to snack on. But I really prioritize on the pineapple and the kiwi. So that's my go-to. In regards to the sweet fruits. But make a list and see what's in season, and then, work with what you got. I believe in you. You can do this. I'm doing it right now. You could do it. Put your back into it now. But prioritizing whole foods. I don't know, should I put this down lower? Okay, focus. Will help you focus. Again, be more efficient. It's also easier with weight releasing. Like when you do this, when you follow a rhythm with your rhyme, with how you eat. I don't eat 5 and 6 meals a day. No. How many times do you poop in a day? When are you giving your body a break? Because you think when you go to sleep, you won't get a break? No, your body's working. You got to stop eating like after 7, 8 o'clock, bruh. Like, even 8:30, like 8:30 is pushing it. Like, but you have to have like 2 hours, 3 hours before you go to bed. You have to stop. You have to stop. And God bless you if you work the graveyard shift, because you can still fast and follow the circadian rhythm when you do liquids and all of these things, because it works that way too. But a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm dying, I'm hungry. But anyway, let me stay focused. You'll find that when you are eating and prioritizing whole foods, everything else around you, I keep talking about this, will have that effect. Okay? How you act, how you think, how you speak. And even when people project, you're going to be like, wow, I could have fucked you up, but I don't want to waste my energy. I don't want to do that. I feel good right here. Like, I'm thinking of how I would have responded if I was not eating whole foods, if I wasn't prioritizing myself first, and I was being fast, cheap, and greasy like the food that I was eating before. Then I would have probably gave and entertained you. And I'm acting like I'm talking to somebody else, guys. Like, come on. But because I prioritize who I am and what I consume mentally, and on my body, I'm not even going to stoop down to your turtle level. I'm going to stay up here. I'm a giraffe. Do you understand? I hope you understand. So let's get to it. Again, put your back into it. And that's all I got to say. I am going to tap out. Boom, boom. Peace.